What does integration really mean? I'm Sonia, spiritual life strategist, and if you're new here, then you are very welcome. And if you've been watching me for a while, thank you. I genuinely appreciate you. These are my Wednesday wanderings, and you will notice from my background, it's the static edition. Here I am. I'm actually in my home office. You can see my picture up there, gorgeous picture up there. My fairy lights up at the top. Fairy lights are for all year, not just Christmas in my world. And there's a reason for that, and I'm going to talk about that. But this has come up a lot this last week, particularly since the weekend. So I'm recording this, and whenever you watch this, it's relevant any time. But right now, as I'm recording this, it's Wednesday, the 2nd of April, 2025. And we have just come through one of the biggest energetic impact months ever in March. And it culminated with the new moon in Aries last Saturday, the 29th of March, which also coincided with the solar eclipse, which closed out the eclipse portals. And that's huge. And if you've been following me for a while, you will know I have talked about the eclipse portals a lot. And there's a reason for that. Eclipse portals are like corridors from one old version to the new version. They're an opportunity to shed and release. And as we come through the corridor, the vortex between the two portals, so the one we've just come through started on the 14th of March with the full moon, full moon lunar eclipse. Forgetting what I'm saying. That's why I'm sitting at home today. I'll come more onto that in a minute. But it started with the lunar eclipse on the 14th of March and culminated with the solar eclipse on the 29th of March. And that was a portal. That was a moving through, lots of shedding, lots of releasing, lots of letting go of old things that don't work anymore, don't serve you anymore. Old habits, maybe even old people in your life that just don't feel right to be around anymore because you've grown. We all grow every single day. Some days more than others, but we're all on a journey of growth and development, and that's something that I'm passionate about because it's true. I see it everywhere. I see it in everyone I interact with. Every one of us grows in some way every single day. And the portal accelerates that growth. It's like a timeline jump. It's a timeline shift. It's accelerating the process of growth. And you come out the other side, and we've come out the other side since Saturday, since the new moon on Saturday. And it's like we're blinking in the brand new sunlight. Ironic, because it's also started getting really sunny out there, whereas it wasn't before. And that has an impact. It really does have an impact. And since that portal closed, so many of us, and I'm including myself in this, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute, but I'm seeing so many of you right now feeling like, what's going on? I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I thought I knew where I was going, but now I'm questioning it all. What is this? What's happening? Why have I got no energy? Why have I got no mojo? I want to get on and do things. I've got all these exciting new ideas and I want to get on with it, and I've got no energy to do it. And I want to explain why. There are a number of reasons why. The first is right now, and if you're watching this as it's published, 2nd of April 2025, or this week sometime, then this is very relevant, is that the universe has created a gap and a space for us to integrate what's been going on for us. So there's no massive cosmic changes happening this week. We've had Neptune just shift into Aries for the first time in 200 and whatever the number of years. I can't remember the number of years. My brain's not working very well today. That's a reason. And that's really big. And it's all new. Everything is new. But we've come into a space. There's no really big energies until sort of Friday, Saturday. There's more stuff going on. But right now we're in this void of this calm, and actually the universe wants you to rest and to be calm and to integrate all the things that are going on. And the word integration is so critical to this message today. You might have been experiencing what I've been experiencing, and I will share that with you because this is me, this is my life, and I'm here on this journey just as much as you are. So for me, I have spent the last few days, I spent Saturday and Sunday literally just sitting on the sofa. I don't normally do that. I am not a sit on the sofa person. I even binge watch TV. I don't really watch TV. But I needed it. I needed that switch off, and instinctively I knew I had no energy. My husband was away for the weekend and I planned all sorts of things. I was going to start reorganising the attic. I was going to do deep clean all the kitchen cupboards. I didn't do any of that. I cooked. I ran the dishwasher. I think I did one load of washing. But that was easy enough. And that's it. All weekend, I just didn't do anything because I needed that rest, that space, that deep relaxation that comes with going through that kind of portal and those energetic shifts. And what's happened is, I mean, it's now Wednesday, but on Monday, I felt great. I felt really good. Still tired, don't get me wrong, but like, oh, there's a clarity coming through. There's a sense of newness. It feels like things are new. That's what I was getting on Monday. And I had some conversations, some chats with people. I'm noticing the world around me. It feels like, I don't know if you wear glasses at all, but it's like when you get a brand new pair of glasses delivered and it's like, oh wow, I can see everything that bit more clearly now. It's like that. That's how I felt on Monday. And so I was having conversations with people, clients, had a great catch up with a friend who I haven't caught up with for a while. And all of those things then led to me going, oh, that's an interesting, oh yeah. And there was little bits here and there, just a word here and a sentence there from different people through the day that made me go, oh, that's interesting. I might sit and think about that at some point. And then yesterday, Tuesday, we carried on with that. And again, two completely different people I was with, different energies, different reasons, different purposes for those conversations. And then I went into a place of stillness within myself, just for a couple of minutes. And I had my eyes shut and I was like, oh, yes, there it is. And it was like all the things that had dropped in, been drip fed over the previous couple of days just went, and it was like my soul went, yes, this is what I need to be doing longer term. It's not about right now, but it's a vision for the future. And I felt it deep in my soul. Now, that's okay, and that's a conversation for another time. We can go there. What I'm really focusing on is the process of this rather than the content. Today, I'm exhausted. I feel like my brain can't quite catch hold of ideas. My body feels heavy, like someone's poured concrete into it, so I'm moving more slowly. I've still got ideas. I'm still feeling happy. I'm feeling positive. But several things have come up for me. My nervous system is feeling the clench because this thing that dropped in for me yesterday, it's a massive growth. It's an up level for me. And it's the clarity of seeing it and knowing what it is like, oh, that's big. Gosh, that's not what I expected to be thinking about doing in the future. We're talking about next year sometime, 12 months' time, but I didn't expect that. really? And I wrote it down at the time and I sat with it. And this morning my brain is throwing all the reasons at me why it's not a good idea and why I can't do it. And I've even discovered there's some old trauma from something that happened to me, gosh, 25 years ago, that I thought I'd long dealt with. I thought I'd worked on that trauma before, and I'm like, well, that's done. I've done the work on it, and it's like my subconscious is coming back and going, oh, you can't do that because X, Y, Z from what happened before. And I'm like, hang on a minute, where's that come from? And it's like my brain is trying to come in and throw blocks at me because it's trying to keep me small, because that's safe. Growth isn't safe. Growth isn't small. Never has been, never will be. I'm here for it. I'm absolutely leaning into it. And I know in my soul I am going to be doing this thing. And I also know that today I have to honour how my mind feels, how my inner child feels. She's scared. She's been hurt before, and she's petrified of being hurt again. And I am resting my physical body. I've been tapping. Do you do tapping? I love, love, love tapping. It's so great for integrating spiritual upgrades and helping them integrate more quickly. I love it for that. And I'm a big fan of tapping. So I've been tapping today and I've been resting. Now, the point of all of this is giving me time and space to acknowledge the spiritual soul growth that I've now reached that says, yeah, I'm going to do this thing. And the psychological brain in my head that's going, oh, that's big and scary. And what happens if? And nurturing my inner child and looking back at that old trauma that I thought was long dealt with and forgotten about, that's just come back and gone, oh, you can't do that. I'm going, no, I see you, trauma, and I'm going to give you space and I'm going to allow you to flow. I'm going to allow those feelings. I remember sitting in a car journey. I was a passenger in the car at the time. I'll share this with you. At the time after it happened, and I'm not going into details of what it was, it doesn't actually matter, but I remember I was a passenger in the car and it was late at night and it was dark inside the car, and do you remember REM's song Everybody Hurts came on the radio? And I just sat there with tears streaming down my face the whole time, and I just remember that. And this morning I've been taken back to that memory that I long forgotten about. I dealt with this trauma some time ago and moved beyond it, or so I thought, but it's like my brain's going, oh, remember that feeling that you had sitting in that car on that journey that night? You're streaming, everyone hurts, and oh God, I remember it. I don't just remember it as a memory, I feel it. I remember the feeling of it. That's my trauma coming back to bite me. And today I'm allowing myself to go through that again, because when you allow that to flow out again, you allow it to be released. And that's what I'm doing today. That's where the integration comes in. So I'm looking at my spiritual growth, my psychological impacts and how that feels for me now, but also how my inner child feels, how my inner parent feels, all the versions of me. I'm acknowledging the trauma and the depth of the impact that had on me. And I'm allowing the emotion of that to flow through me today. And I'm acknowledging my physical nervous system, my body's clench when I say, we're going to do this big scary thing. And it goes, oh, but that's scary. And then my nervous system clenches up and I'm tired and I'm exhausted. And And it's really, really important to me and for you that you're aware of these things and that you acknowledge these things, because it's when you integrate them all together and see them as a whole that you allow yourself to move beyond and grow and take that next step that you're looking for. That's how you see the energy blocks. That's how you see the mind blocks. That's how you release the old trauma. That's how you allow your nervous system to keep up with your big visions and your creative ideas and your soul truth that says, go and do this, it's what you're meant to be doing. And your nervous system goes, oh, no, I can't do that. That's where I'm at today. That's why I'm sitting on my sofa for my Wednesday wanderings and not walking around the park, because I know I've been out in my garden and I've hugged my tree and I've felt the sunlight on my skin and all of those things, but me going out for a walk is physical activity my body does not want right now, and I'm honouring that and I'm resting and I'm leaning into that. And that's where the power of integration comes in. As human beings, we are not just one thing. We are multi-dimensional. We are a mind, we are a physical body, and we are a soul, all in one homogeneous whole. I'm on a mission to stop people seeing them as three separate things. We've disempowered ourselves as a society by doing that. And I want all of you, all of us, to step back and go, no, I'm taking the power back. And you don't take the power back by going and fighting the regime and the system. You take the power back by becoming whole in yourself and integrating your mind and your body and your spirit, your soul, whatever you want to call it, together. That's the power of integration, because it's power. That's how you grow. That's how you change the world. I would love, love, love to know how this resonates with you. I'm going to be sitting here on my sofa for quite some time, for the rest of the afternoon, I think. It's a lovely sunny afternoon, perfect day for a walk, but that's not what my body needs, so I'm resting. I'm feeling into my heart space and I'm going, no, this is what I need. I'm resting, I'm tapping, I'm releasing that old trauma. It's going to be amazing. I'm actually excited about what's going to happen. It's not for now. It's a project for me to start working on later in the year. And you will hear about it. But yeah, I'm excited. But I need to integrate this first before I dive ahead and create new things. I would genuinely love to know what you think about this. Please do let me know in the comments. Do you integrate? Do you give yourself time and space to integrate changes and growth and up levels and all of those things? And do you consider all of your mind and your body and your spirit? It's something I'm really passionate about. I would love to know. Do drop me a note in the comments and let me know what you think. I'm going to leave this here. If you want to come closer, I am offering Akashic Oracle card readings. They are brilliant for helping you work out your next step. So if you're feeling uncertain right now, if you're feeling this sense of, I'm in this new world, but I don't know what to do with it, these Akashic Oracle card readings are brilliant at helping you get out of the treacle so that you can work out what your next steps are going to be. And be really clear on those and how you're going to do them and heal some energy work and all of that stuff as well. So if you want one of those, they're a really great way to get started on finding your next steps and what your next growth and up level is going to be. I'll pop the link for that in the notes below this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video and share it with people. So many people are feeling this right now. So I would love if you shared it with people, let people know about this as well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me in my static Wednesday wanderings this week, and I will be back next Monday with my weekly guidance. I am sending you love from my heart to yours. Take care, and I'll see you soon.